So let's go into the game.
Yeah, why wait, right? Here we are. Obabo versus Baus. Semifinals 1, round 1. Again, this is a best of 5, so this would be the time, Obabo, if you wanted to do another shout out to the Obabo gang and bring out a Rauk or something. Rauk.
Rauk. That's what we. Oh,
That's
double finesse
awkward.
event. That's
the
funny.
first time.
And they know that. They're just looking at each other like with loving eyes. You guys think
Good
alike.
choice. It's just, hey, well, you know what? The best brains think alike, right?
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
So these guys are on the same page, apparently. I don't think that's happened since the dual Molong ban in 2018, to be honest.
Anyways, so it's going to be a heavy thinking moment for both of them because they play almost the same way right now. And I know for a fact that Obabo is really scared about that Ophelia that Baus has.
He's actually concerned about the Ophelia.
Yeah, he is. So it depends on if Baus, like, hopefully, like, Obabo is not, in this case, preemptively picking whatever unit he can versus a Ophelia that might not be coming.
You're thinking he might be prepping for something that's not there. You can already see that Baus has clearly been listening to Obabo a little bit, and possibly you taking the cake, taking the Lauren from that side of the table.
Hopefully me. So, man, anyway, but anyways. In this case, Obabo is going really aggressive. I like that. He has the daftness. He has that, like, he's opting for that first turn.
Obabo's definitely hoping that some of Baus's units are runed on Will. I can't quite remember if these guys are on Will runes. We'll find out, but he's going to have one chance to get that defense break set up with Daphnis in the beginning. And Baus knows his monsters better than we do. He might just let that Daphnis through if he knows that he's not on Will.
Yeah, and it all depends.
And the Lagmaron, Obabo. You masterman.
Like, I have no words. I have absolutely no words because I love what I'm seeing.
Is that Arya or is Arya? I'm having a little. I think that's Arya. Is that the light?
It's the Zarya.
Oh, it is Zarya. My eyes are kind of bothered.
With the speed lead.
It looks like Arya when the screen is kind of tilted up, and I'm looking at a screen that's tilted a bit. Thank you. Thank you for understanding what my vision's going through.
I have that same issue, so I get you.
That form of control is so fun to watch. This is exactly what I was expecting from Obabo, meaning that it's unexpected, outside of the meta, thinking outside the box. You got to when your units are going to be taken like that. Now here we go, semifinals 1, round 1, Obabo versus Baus.
So in this case, Obabo had just the one will unit, which doesn't matter because the Fran takes the first turn. Doesn't land the sleep on the Lauren.
Daphnis might make no. Hawthorne resisted it. That was so crucial. That was going to be a no. That was going to be a no Hawthorne game if that landed.
It doesn't matter.
Can he finish it here? He did it.
He finished it.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. You guys can see, but my hands are all raised up.
Obabo is so thrilled right now that there was no glance there. I guess it would have been hard to glance considering it's a wind unit.
That was a
great job, Obabo. Awesome kill, already making Baus play at a deficit.
However, it's still not over. Baus still has this agent which can potentially make some insane turnaround.
Going for the branding effect on his Arya right off the bat, trying to make that unit a non-starter.
I would probably, with the Zarya, go for the sleep on... Okay, I'm just preemptively going to say Okeanos, but he's thinking...
He was debating the value of doing it to Lauren as well, I'm sure. Tried to put the glancing hit on it instead so he can negate the effect that was put there. I'm a big fan of that strategy, but he's ultimately going to pay for that a little bit. Now Baus is trying to make sure that he doesn't get controlled. Gets a great proc from Lauren, but not much comes from it. 8,000 damage is about 33% of that Lauren.
In this case, I would probably put an attack break on the Ager, but he didn't land that attack break, unfortunately.
It was a great thought, but nothing came of it, unfortunately.
That's a lot of resistance.
Yeah, that was. There's a lot of resistance coming from that. He only got about 50% of his attack bar back. Here comes Okeanos with kind of an awkward turn. He can try to put a little bit more damage on his arm.
Oh, and that was an insane crit.
That was the play. That's what he needed to happen. Getting more damage on that Lagmaron, trying to finish out one of the last key damage dealing units. He's got Hellfire, So he's probably going to kill the Lauren right now.
No, he's going to go for that. He's opting for that Okeanos. Yeah, it surprises me because it's not enough damage coming from that Daphnis.
It's as if I keep forgetting that Lagmaron is close behind. He has those options available to him. He doesn't have to finish off the unit with Daphnis because he's got lag to do it for him right afterwards. That's great speed tuning. I'm happy to forget about that.
I am not, but anyways, in this case, we just want to see how this is gonna pan out with that. Like, is Ager gonna take this, or will Obabo get the? Like, in this case, like the Fran was really fast, so it's not swift, so it's not gonna get that additional proc. And Lagmorn often is not on violent, but it might surprise us.
And to be honest, this is looking like Ager could solo this game right now.
Yeah. Because
of those 2 stuns that were on those units. He might secure the kill on Daphnis right now. It's dead, and now Obabo is forced to play Fran versus Ager and Okeanos. This is nearly impossible.
It is impossible.
Especially with a Swift Fran.
With a Swift Fran, considering he took the first turn.
So he's probably just going to take this time to think about what he wants to do next game.
Contemplation is virtue. So he has to take this, thinking about the next game. Adapting to what Baus just did, and which in this case wasn't like they were on really equal terms when it came to the drafting.
Right, that draft, it was kind of hard to figure out who was going to win just from looking at the draft. Baus played that so well, and having that stun on those 2 units, that Lagmaron and the Daphnis, gave him the turns he needed to win with the Ager.
Unfortunately, Obabo didn't get that defense break on that Hathor, which was almost a bit crucial because that if he got it, he could have opted for another kill.
He could have, because he would have had that skill up on Lagmaron. It's like that idea that we keep kind of bouncing around keeps coming back up. It's spending all those resources killing one unit.
Yeah.
Now that's going to do it for our first game, but both players have a lot of thoughts left. Honestly, what do you think is really the big adjustment that Obabo needs to make going into the next game? Is it just being better prepared for that, or what does he need to do?
To be honest, he doesn't need to be prepared. Like in this case, it was pretty equal. It was very equal. It was no misplay. It was just the resistance. It was that
resistance in the end that put him at that. Now all of a sudden he had to dump all of his skills on that Hathor instead, so he couldn't get that second kill from lag. I think you summed it up really well there.
All right, well, that means that going into our next game, keep in mind this isn't quite the same as a best of 3. We've got a lot more room to work with, so it's absolutely not over. We've got game number 2 just about ready to go, and you can see Obabo's pretty ready for it too.
Yeah, he's sitting there waiting to start. So they're not both going to be able to ban Vanessa this time.
No. So it all depends on who gets it. Okay, so we see the Verd ban and Sierra ban.
Right, and the thing about those pre-bans is you can also see what your opponent values, and clearly they both value that speed leader. So Baus is free to secure that Vanessa right off the bat if he wants to, since he's got the first pick.
All right. I'm pondering what his first pick is. It's an easy Fran in this case. Obabo gets that Vanessa.
I guess he chooses to take out the Fran because since it's so fast, having that attack buff option is so good. Yes.
I gotta stop you there.
Yeah, you may.
Baked baby Lauren. Let's see that, Obabo.
That cake is out there in the open, and Obabo's enjoying it. Lauren is. Yeah, I don't need to say it anymore. You guys know. You guys know what Lauren is.
We've drilled it into them, so yeah, okay.
Everybody better be summoning Lauren right now back at home.
Yeah.
Daphnis and Ager coming back up. Here's Baus. Those two keep rearing their heads, though. They're kind of acting a little traitorous right now. They're bouncing back and forth. Daphnis especially.
So Obabo is opting for this a bit safe-ish team. Like Vanessa, Triana is something that you can build around pretty easily. Having that additional strip, going for that
Elucia, awesome choice. I love seeing that control option from Obabo. That 2-turn sleep is great, but Baus brings an even larger 2-turn sleep.
Gani Hathor.
The Gani Hathor. Now that's some AoE control for you. And Triana only having that 1 turn of immunity, as Seppi says, that's not really immunity at all. That's not enough. And now Obabo is probably debating whether or not it's better just to bring a second immunity option.
It's either second immunity. However, in bosses, like it looks pretty okay. That's not a bad pick. It's just opting for, in this case, it's gonna be hard to tell because Gani Hathor, enabling a Gani Hathor is something that you shouldn't do, but it might happen in this case. Might be banning that. Actually not the Daphnis, considering he has the Vanessa and Triana in place. So Hathor is going.
So Hathor is going out, and now he's got Lauren to try to control the Daphnis to make sure that it doesn't get that turn and snipe out a unit right away. Getting an attack leader skill from Obabo because he's a little low on options and a very small speed lead. It's funny how low the options are for both these players.
Very low, but I would have probably gone with that resistance lead on Lucia.
Yeah,
I love that.
The resistance lead helps whenever. First turn coming from Ganny. He's got the option to lock down Triana's passive so he can just go ahead and kill. It resisted the attack bar reduction though, and he can
just one-shot that Diana.
Do you think that's enough?
Doesn't get it.
What is going on with these Daphnises today? Still, 17.5k from that second part of the attack. He might be able to, if he gets a couple of nice crits in, 2 glancing instead. I shouldn't have said anything. He did hit for elite damage. I would like to just point that out.
So in this case, we just don't want Evan to call out stuff because it won't happen.
I'm sorry. Is this the caster's curse? Is this what they were talking about? It's like the other side of that curse. So Diana's gonna get a turn here.
Yeah.
And I hesitantly say a turn. It could be several.
It could be several, considering she just didn't get that additional proc. Can we see that one? Doesn't get it. Right now, Baus is very happy about that because it means that his Fran is going to live to see at least one more round. Yeah.
He's got the opportunity to ventilate his Daphnis if he wants to try to secure that kill on Diana, and he moves before the Triana too.
But the Lauren can, if she can strip that immunity and push that Daphnis back, which he doesn't.
Oh, he's got a second chance. You could see Obabo weighing that risk. Do I go for the safe play and hit the Vanessa, or do I try to strip? He goes for it, and it hits all of the wrong debuffs.
Get it.
All of the wrong debuffs. Here's the brand to help him along the way, and that's going to pave the way for Diana's death. She's out. She's out of there.
She is out of there. However, it's still not over. Considering he has that Lucia, he has a control called Baby Lauren, and he has a sustainability with that Triana as well. But like, if he can, it all depends on if he can control that Fran as well, which he does.
Interesting that Baus opted for the glancing hit on the Triana. He might have just been thinking about damage there, but I think it would have been a little bit more beneficial to put the glance on Lauren to try to avoid those debuffs.
Let's see if Obabo has any accuracy onto this Lucia and can freeze this Daphnis. He does.
Got it. Nice. Lucia's first skill is so clutch sometimes. She kind of picked up where Fran left off.
You need to put some accuracy into her, which I lack of because that never happens to me. So
gets everything he needs except the defense break on that Aegir. Ganymede has a very important play right now. He resets the Daphnis, and he's going to be able to have free reign. Does he have more attack bar than Lauren?
He doesn't. Now
he doesn't. Okay.
Yeah, he just pushes it back.
Nice.
Lucia still gonna lap that Daphnis, but Aegir can control that Lucia right now.
That kind of scared me a little bit. I was having trouble reading the attack bars there. Putting the branding hit on Lauren. Baus has identified.
Needs to land a sleep on that.
That
doesn't get that additional proc which you needed. However, yeah, okay. So that Daphnis will have a opportunity to maybe kill something.
Baus not taking any chances, choosing to use the third skill of Daphnis to kill that Lauren. Obabo does not have enough damage to take on this Aegir.
This is pretty tight. This is actually tight. The Lucia can do a lot of stuff. He can just go for that sleep on Aegir, gets an additional proc.
Wait, but he might have enough control maybe to deal with it. He doesn't have a lot of damage, but if he can drag this out long enough,
he can drag it out.
As long as he just freezes him every single time.
But it was very crucial for him to get that freeze on that Daphnis. Doesn't kill.
11,000 damage was not enough. Can he proc into a heal? Oh, it's got the heal. Thank goodness. Oh, he got so fortunate there that the attack bar wasn't quite right.
This is pretty interesting. He's going to go for the freeze. He's going to go for the sleep on the Aegir. Doesn't get that additional proc.
He needs this to glance, and it does.
Let's see if this Triana can crit on Daphnis.
And that increased cooldown time
doesn't go for the Daphnis.
Is actually more significant than it seems because it's going to keep Lucia from healing herself, and same for Triana won't be able to use it either.
He has to get some crits on the Lucia, yeah.
Because Lucia is what's going to drag out this game, though.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
Doesn't get that freeze. Doesn't look like he has that accuracy which we were talking about before.
The glancing hit is really going to hurt Lucia too.
It is.
This is so delicate. I'm almost afraid that was enough to kill the Lucia, and all hopes of winning this game are gone with that, I think. Baus has secured a second point, which is going to propel. Well, am I speaking too soon? Is that a crit damage
You are
Triana?
not, because
because look at this. He ventilated the dampness. I just saw a huge hit, and my mind said, "Am I speaking?" No.
No, I mean, you are speaking too soon every time, but it's okay.
It's all good. There we go. Baus, second point on the board. Again, this is a best of 5. He only needs to do that one more time in order to secure a spot in the finals.
Yeah, he does.
He's making this look a little bit easy there. I think against a guy like Obabo, who already came in, as a very strong player. We've seen him be a very strong player, even previously. So, I mean, I did definitely thought that this was going to be very close, just like our quarterfinal matches were all very close. But I think Baus has other plans.
He does. In this case, it's two great minds like clashing against each other. So, and Obabo has just met his match. So we'll just have to see how Obabo is going to adapt to the adaptable Baus.
I will say this is exactly the sort of game that I wanted to see from this setup. When I saw Obabo and Baus were going against each other, I got very excited to see this matchup. And he had a cool situation there going, Obabo did, because Alucia could have kind of pulled through and frozen everybody, but Baus made sure that didn't happen by putting that glancing hit on her and also making sure that the cooldown times of Triana and Alucia were always on recovery so he couldn't heal.
Yeah. It's pretty, like, in this case, when if Alucia has that accuracy, glancing doesn't do much because it does insane. I retract what I just said. Glancing does insane. Guys, don't listen to what I say. Glancing does a lot.
Don't worry, I'm already there.
You burn a lot of calories doing this, man. I don't think anybody blames you out there. Don't worry about it.
Lesson number 1, don't listen to Taki, but sometimes listen to Taki.
Sometimes listen to Taki. Sometimes he says things like, build a Lauren, and you should listen to.
Yeah, probably a good one.
It wasn't my... okay, well, I'll take the credit.
Just take it, man.
I'll take the credit.
You're both saying it. I'm just saying, when you say it, listen.
I'm just saying what we're all thinking, which is that game number 3 is almost ready. And this could be the final game of this best of 5 if Baus takes the clean 3-0. But of course, Obabo trying to fight back. Let's get into game number 3.
There we go. Semifinals number 1, round 3 between Obabo versus Baus. This is game point for Baus. If he gets one more of these, he moves forward, and Obabo has to settle for 4th place. Or rather, one of the 2/3.
Yeah, so as we can see, Baus goes for that Vanessa ban, and Obabo goes for that Ganny ban, considering that Obabo doesn't have that Ganny, so it doesn't matter to him banning that Ganny, but it's a threat to deal with.
Putting down a Vertihile to start off the game right away, wanting to get some of that attack bar manipulation. And it's always good to start with one of those units that everybody has access to. That's why you see Fran so often. Nowadays, you see Lauren and Vertihile and all those. Yeah.
It's very like free to play, free to play units. It's pretty awesome to see that.
There's so many free to play units in the meta right now. It's very exciting.
I enjoy seeing that.
So the Ciara and the Lauren have been chosen from Baus. We've seen the effectiveness of both of those units. We've been talking a lot about Lauren, but I don't know if we've spoken quite enough about Ciara. She's been picked very consistently through this entire tournament today, and she's actually landing more bombs than I let on with my jokes.
Yeah, I mean, in this case, Ciara pick is a really good pick against Obabo because Obabo likes to play with the Ciara as well.
So it's more than just a benefit from Baus. It's actually stealing something valuable from Obabo.
It is.
Here comes an Aegir and a Hathor. This is kind of what I would start to be calling a dream team from Baus, because right now, even just looking at the 4, if you ban 1, he's not missing too much. I just like to see a support. I need some more support representation.
He needs sustainability.
Yeah.
And that is what he's lacking right now. So Obabo can, in this case, try to deal with that. But the problem is he doesn't have that type of playstyle just right now. He doesn't have that. He should have opted for more control, AoE control. He doesn't like to play that way. So
interesting. That is so much so that he won't do it even when there's no immunity on the table. But I do think that he opted for a good plan of action by adding more pressure with that Diana.
And we like pressure. And
Ophelia! Finally!
Ophelia.
Finally, the Ophelia that we've been talking about. This is one of Baus's secret weapons. He loves using Ophelia, right?
It carried him through the group stages. So it was a really, really, really beautiful pick for him right now.
And that's really, really great against a Diana, but I don't know how that interaction's going to go with the Daphnis. Because that's basically
and
putting a defense
knew
break
that
up.
he was going for that resistance lead, so he picked the accuracy lead and he's going to land. Hopefully, We'll have to see.
Hopefully, because it's been resisted twice.
It is accuracy versus resistance. Who's the better man?
Here we go.
Woman.
Here's that Fran going up, putting immunity and attack buff up. And so, like we were saying, Ophelia essentially puts a defense break up on herself in Daphnis's case. His threat state can be stripped and removed, which are the same. Hathor coming up here. She doesn't go for the 2-turn, instead just puts the sleep on Diana, triggering Josephine's passive ability, so now the whole team can be slept next time.
Yeah. However, this that was a really crucial if he gets the stun, but which he didn't.
You gotta wonder if he actually wanted to stun the Ophelia, because now he's got the setup here. I think he should be happy that it didn't stun the Ophelia, because Daphnis could do some pretty heavy damage here.
Let's see.
Goes for it. Defense
doesn't get the crit. Oh
no! Obabo is reeling right now.
That is what we call Obabo crit rate.
That's why you believe in the crit rate, Obabo. You got to put more crit rate on your Daphnis. Let me tell you, 36% crit rate on a Lucian doesn't work. I doubt that it works on a Daphnis.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I mean, it's still not over in this case.
No,
it's still in his favor.
It's definitely not over.
No.
But it is funny that happened.
That is a really good proc. Can it land the provoke on that Ophelia?
Can it kill that Ophelia? Is it within kill range? I might be overestimating his Josephine's power right here. Gets a great stun on Hathor, which is nice because he doesn't have to deal with it immediately anymore.
Yeah.
Puts the increased cooldown time.
Gets a good stun on that Diana. However, that might be the end of the Ophelia right now.
Diana has been so out of this game so far.
Yeah.
She hasn't been super impactful just yet, and that's exactly how you like your Dianas. You don't want them to be doing a lot. More stuns. The sister stuns the sister.
The sister stuns the sister. All right, let's see.
And
so
Ager's free to get some damage in on Daphnis because Diana's asleep.
Yeah, so he's just gonna up the Diana, and Diana will have a bit of free roaming. Just gonna probably nudge down the Ager, and just then first skill.
See, that was really interesting to me, because my first thought is, and you can tell that I'm not a Diana owner from this, my first thought was cleanse up the Daphnis to get rid of the brand and the dots. But maybe the shield is more than I think it is.
In this case, Diana has more impact, considering the boss has an Ager in his draft. So he's opting for that.
Oh, here we go. He was punished. He ended up getting punished for it. And now Lauren gets to do the thing. Gets to attack the friend.
It's Lauren plus Hathor.
Lauren plus Hathor with the attack bar absorption from Ager.
So in this case, it's not looking that good for Obabo unless that Diana can get can get a good proc.
Yes, Obabo needs to do something. Diana needs to do something. Otherwise, this is looking like it could be a 3-0 for Baus right now. An additional turn from Hathor doesn't put it to sleep, but getting great damage on it. No brand from Ager, but that's not necessarily the end of the world, because he needs to stun this Lauren right now. Gets the stun.
Is Ager gonna get some?
Can he crit?
He gets
the decrease.
He reads.
Crit.
Oh my god.
Crit Ager right now.
Oh
he crit. He killed the Diana. Yes. Whoa. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
He did it. He crit on it.
Man.
That is going to catapult Baus into a 3-0.
3-0. I did not expect that.
That is incredible. Obabo, one of the crowd favorites, one of the best players in Europe. This is a huge achievement for Baus.
All right, so to be honest, this was like Clash of Titans.
That was
insane.
Congratulations, Baus is